we'll be taking our first class on marketing. Welcome to class. Welcome to this particular cohort, and I really want to use the opportunity to say how has class been so far. I hope you're enjoying every class that you are taking so far. So today we're going to be taking our first marketing class officially. We'll be starting by defining what marketing is. What is marketing? Yes, I want it to be as brief as possible so that it will not be that you're left behind. I really want you to understand everything that's been spoken about, right? It will not just be a talk over your head, right? But something that you can understand. So, what is marketing? Marketing is the process of identifying, anticipating, and satisfying customer needs and want through the creation, promotion, and distribution of products or services. Its ultimate goal is to build strong relationship with customers, drive business growth, and increase revenue. So back to what is marketing. It's the process of identifying. You have to identify first. Who am I marketing to? Anticipating and satisfying. After I have I anticipate that they will come and buy what I am selling. And I look forward to them being satisfied by what I'm offering. Identifying, anticipating, satisfying customer needs and wants. Needs and wants. Very important and not so on the scale of preference. When we say needs, it is something that you can't do without. When we say want, it is something you can do without, but it's good you have it. So it's either you're satisfying their need or you're satisfying a want through the creation, promotion, and distribution. So through that product you created, through that product you're promoting, and through that product you're distributing, through the creation, promotion, and distribution of products or services, it is possible what you're doing is that you're selling something. Or when we talk about services, it means you're not necessarily giving them something tangible that they could hold in their hand, but you're doing something for them that benefits them. Possibly a cleaning service, a training or a coaching service like I am doing right now, right? This is a service I am rendering to you. So whichever lane you're having to take or you will be having to take after now in line with your baking career, right? You need to understand what marketing is to be able to meet your target audience. At this point, I would also like to mention that you see a lot of small and medium businesses die early because they feel their only customers are their families and friends. But no, that's why marketing is a very important thing. You have to take your marketing beyond the shores of your household, market far and wide, yes, and look forward to seeing the magic happen in your business. Its ultimate goal, what ultimate goal? Marketing. Marketing ultimate goal is to build strong relationship with customers, to drive business growth and increase revenue. Without marketing, that means these three won't happen. You won't be able to build strong relationship with your customers. You won't be able to drive business growth home, and you'll be able to increase the revenue of the business. A customer-driven marketing strategy focuses on understanding. When your marketing is driven by what your customer wants, you will come down to understand. If you focus on understanding and meeting the needs of your target of customer to create value for them, what do they want? Is this thing really meeting their needs? Okay, if it's meeting their need, what would they like me adjust on? Calm down. Be patient enough to listen to what your customers are saying. The marketing mix, also known as the 4Ps, is the key component of this strategy. So now I want to teach you about the 4 marketing mix that is far and wide known all over globally, that there's no way you talk about marketing without talking about these 4 things. Number 1, the product. What your product offers to meet the need of your target customers. What product are you offering, and what offering is your product bringing on the table? How does it meet their need? How does it solve their problem? Number 2, the price. What's the amount? The amount your customers pay for the product or service. How much is it? Number 3, place. How does your product or service get delivered to your customers? Are they going to come and pick it up? Are you going to go and deliver it to them? These are things you have to consider before launching out on that business. Number 4, before launching on the business and before launching out on marketing. And do you know this other angle, that marketing ought to have gone ahead even before you start your business. When you're already ideated, you've come up with an ideation, you've I mean, for that thing you're planning to do for a business, start telling people about it. In fact, come up with a survey, let people fill for you. Let them fill the form. What will you like to buy? How will you like to be? What are the prices you like to pay? Do you understand? These are things that goes a long way in helping you make your decision at the end of the day. Number 4, promotion. How you communicate the value of your product or service to your target customer is called promotion. How you communicate the value. So imagine you're selling something that costs 500,000 naira. You cannot come and start selling it to somebody like you're selling something that costs 5,000 naira. You will tell them, you must be able to analyze what they are getting to benefit, what they are going to benefit from it. Don't just feel like they will just drop the money. That's not a small money. You have to advertise it well. Even the person dropping 200 naira to buy something wants you to tell him why he should drop his 200 naira. So you must be good with your promotion. You must be good with the way you market whatever you're marketing. So by understanding your customers' needs and preference, you can tailor your marketing mix to create value for them and ultimately drive business success. Thank you for joining in. So far, so good. I hope you're still with me. Don't check out until you're done. We'll soon be done because there'll be an assignment after this particular video that you're supposed to answer, fill the form, and then to be attended to. So another thing I like us to consider when it comes to marketing is in marketing, there is something about segmentation, targeting, and positioning. In marketing, there's something about segmentation, targeting, and position, and it is called STP. Permit me. It is called STP. STP is a fundamental concept. It's a brief overview. Here is a brief overview, rather. Here is a brief overview of the STP concept. S means segmentation. What segmentation? Identifying and dividing a large market into smaller distinct groups based on demographics, needs, behaviors, or preference. That's just the reason why it's possible you go to Lagos, the price you meet a particular product, when you go to Kano, it can be divided by 2 of the price you meet it in Lagos. In Lagos, they can be selling that product for 5,000. When you go to Kano, it can be 2,500. Why? Because they understand the segmentation. In fact, you can get there and it's not the same packaging. So their packaging is in line with the kind of audience they have there that's going to buy. Do you understand? This one, so they can't pay for luxury, right? But they like our product. How can we make it affordable for them? It's even possible there's a tweak in the recipe that goes to Kano. There's a tweak in the packaging style that goes to Kano. Do you understand? But do they make sales there? Yes. Their offering there might be different. Do you understand? So now dividing your customers into different segmentation could mean that you divide them into high class, medium class, low class earners, or you divide them into professionals, um, professionals, students, then let's say maybe parents. Do you understand? So different segmentation like that, they are like segmentations are like groupings, right? Where you know that this group of people, this category of people, this segment will be the one that will be willing to buy my high class products, my products with the high what is it called? The high price. These are the category of people that can buy my products with the medium price. These ones can buy. Do you understand? So you have to do a good segmentation on products and persons that you feel or that you not just feeling. Beyond feeling, you should do your research so that you know the kind of audience you're targeting for each product you're offering. Number 2, targeting. So after segmentation, the next thing you should always consider is targeting. Targeting means selecting one or more specific segments to focus on. It means I've selected after I have done my segmentation. Okay, it is work from home mom I want to target for my sales. It's them that I want to sell to. So you now select. After you select, right? You focus on that set of people based on their attentiveness, their attractiveness. What are the things that if I talk about, these people will listen to me, right? What are the things that if I bring up, or what kind of discounts if I do, or what kind of thing if I mention, they will align with my business. They will align my business goals, and they will align themselves to buy. Do you understand? They will align themselves to buy. So number three, positioning. There's no way I'll talk about positioning without talking about targeting. Now I know my target audience. I cannot position for them. So if my target audience are high class earners, you don't expect them to see you putting on something tattered, you're not looking put together, you're selling to them, you think they want to buy. They might not want to buy. See, 75% of the time, they would not want to buy from you because they're afraid that either you run away with their money or you don't make the good use with their money, or they are not safe with you. But you have to dress up to match up that energy. You have to put your structures in place to match up that energy. You have to address your customers to match up that energy. There's a value proposition that is expected from you, right? Your customer service must be top notch to match up that energy. And it's expected that you put your structures in place. Do you understand? So, positioning is creating a unique identity and value proposition for a product. Unique identity. Our product represents wellness. When you see our products, the first thing that comes to mind is wellness. And value proposition for a product. Value proposition for a product. Creating a unique identity and value proposition for a product or services in the minds of target. So whenever they hear your product, what comes to their mind? The value proposition is it's premium, it's premium. It is you that will create it by the reason of the things that you put out there, the kind of the kind of um, the kind of things you put out there in line with your brand, how you market your brand to people, how you promote it, the things you say concerning your brand, how you address your customers, the things you say consistently, has a way of forming a particular concept in people's mind in line with your brand. So you have to be very careful, right? So let me read that again. Creating a unique identity and value proposition for a product or service in the minds of a target audience, differentiating it from competitors. So it's very easy for them to differentiate your brand from the competitor's brand because your brand represents wellness. They are not just eating, they are thinking wellness. Your brand represents it represents luxury. They are not just eating, they eat with pride that I know that I bought this thing with good money, and they're eating you so much pride. You're not just selling, you're selling excellence. No, I love the excellent way this. Do you understand? So you have to be intentional about what you're putting out there. So by teaching STP, you are supposed to have come to a point of identifying and catering to your specific customer needs, creating effective marketing strategies that resonate with your target audience. Thank you so much for watching to the end. See you in the next class.